Anyway, I'm in Giza now. The calendar says it's about 2500 BC, and this, guys, is complete trash. Look at that background. Yes, that's the very same Great Pyramid of Giza, which they've only just begun to build. Textbooks painted you pretty pictures, but the reality is just plain cringe. If you thought I woke up in a Four Seasons type hotel with a view of the pyramids, forget it. My hotel today is a stone slab covered with some kind of prickly mat. My back just went blank, honestly. Instead of a refreshing tropical shower, we went to the nearest Nile Canal. The water there is the color of strong latte, and floating in it are, well, let's say eco-trash and suspicious logs that turn out to be crocodiles. By the way, check out my outfit today. I'm trying to mimic the locals here, so I'm wearing a piece of linen tied in some kind of tricky knot. No buttons, no zippers, just hardcore. If you thought I was going to be drinking a lotus smoothie here, you were very much mistaken. Guys, this is Hecht, that legendary beer. But it's not a cold lager from a can. It's a thick, warm, cloudy substance that's drunk through a straw with a filter at the ends. Why? To keep breadcrumbs, chaff, and dead flies out of your mouth. Beer here is literally liquid bread. It's nutritious and quite the wet drinker. Next to me, the guys are playing mehen. It's a stone disc with grooves along which they roll balls.
It's your turn. Watch this.
F-Eyes, you lost.
That garlic is mine for tomorrow. No! I needed that garlic. This game is rigged.
Whoa, you guys. The noise is ear-popping.
Guys, I'm standing right at the foot of this massive thing, and believe me, it looks a lot smaller on TV. What concrete blocks are they? Solid chunks of rock, each weighing 2 bins. Just imagine, one of those bricks weighs as much as 3 or 4 SUVs. And they don't have a single wheel. Wheels? No, never heard of them. The traffic jam looks like this. A narrow embankment ramp with these stone monsters crawling up it. Dozens of groups of 50, 80 people each are harnessed to leather ropes. The pressure is so intense that the veins in the men's necks are about to burst. The noise is incredible. See that guy in front of the sled? He's not just pouring water to keep the dust down. He's pouring sand right in front of the wooden runners. That's the basis of local physics. If the sand is dry, it bunches up in front of the sled and blocks movement. But if it's just enough, the friction coefficient is almost in half. The sled literally starts sliding on the wet mush. I'm standing on the outskirts of a workers' settlement right now, and the level of discomfort here is simply off the charts. My vibe is I want to go home and shower, because local hygiene is a survival base for superhumans, not for gentle bloggers. All right, I'm going in. Let's see this ancient toilet up close. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, I'm sitting down. This is actually happening. Why does it smell like this? Trust me, you'll be kissing at tummy nothing at the airport after this. We head to the canal, the only way to avoid turning into charcoal here, even though the Nile's water is the color of a latte that's been sitting in the sun for too long. Look at these hard workers. They just strip down on the go and dive right in to wash off that endless layer of white limestone dust. Guys, I walked into the local doctor's tent, and it's officially the most brutal experience of my entire trip. It doesn't smell like a modern operating room. Honestly, after this, a municipal clinic will seem like heaven on earth, with 5 Michelin stars. I saw a guy's bone being set after colliding with a granite block. The crunch was so loud it gave me goosebumps. And you know what they put on an open wound? A mixture of honey and manure. Might he actually went into a coma, but manure contains some natural anisette. These guys' survival rates are simply off the charts. Even 4,500 years ago, people were trolling medicine. We're in the quarries, right on the Giza Plateau. Forget about lengthy logistics and shipping from China. The entire main limestone production takes place literally 300 meters from the pyramid itself. But at what a cost? Now let's get closer and actually touch one of these massive blocks. Check out this white gloss. If you thought the pyramids were always this rough and yellow, you're in for a major overhaul. In fact, what we see now is just a rough finish. This is elite white limestone polished to a mirror-like finish. In the sun, the pyramid shines so brightly that it's impossible to see it without polarized sunglasses. It's downright painful. We have a section called The Living God's Beauty Routine, and frankly, it's a complete bummer.
If you thought the Pharaoh woke up in silk and went to drink detox tea,
My bathroom with a bunch of jars is just kindergarten compared to the arsenal of local stylists.
and now to the process. Look, the first thing the Pharaoh does is shave everywhere. His own hair is unhygienic, so they shave it completely to avoid breeding a zoo of lice. This is the basis of local survival. Then comes the application of antimonide. See those thick black lines? They're not just a smoky eye for show. They're fierce protection from the blinding sun and infections. They literally wash your eyes with coal. I just snuck into the palace's costume room, and this is officially the heaviest outfit check in human history. If you thought your jeans were too stiff after washing, you haven't seen Egyptian haute couture.
So, I lie down, or rather, settle myself on these ropes and dream of only one thing, that tomorrow I won't have to go to an audience with the Pharaoh in that cardboard skirt.